Testing. There we go. It should be div 1.5. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, we've got 2 fans of TF Mar 10 in the chat already. Make that 3. Make that 4. It certainly has, Jack. It certainly has. Hello, Spaled. It's a shame you couldn't make it for APP just now, Spaled. It was an absolutely epic race. 4-way battle for the race win through the entire race. Evening, Marcus. Good to see you. Good to be back. Blame the missus. No worries. Can't be helped. God, people still play Clash of Clans? Really? That still exists? Jeez. Remember that being all the rage like 8 years ago? Three Italians indeed. I'm not going to be taking that message out of context, Spaled, don't worry. Anyone hits TF Mar, there's going to be a lot of rage. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it, doesn't it? Why'd you never have a teammate? What's your PSN? What's next? Who are you? Oh, well, I can work it out, can't I? Oh, is it Bikakba? How am I supposed to pronounce that? A finish is the aim this evening for Marcus. Bikakba / Josh. Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck, Spaled, as well. Josh will do. It's just better to refer to you by your username for the purpose of the comms, because like, it's fine to know you as Josh, but you know, people watching will only know your username on the screen, so I'll just go with what I've been going with before. But hello everyone, we're back for more ESRL. It's letters individually. Oh goodness me. Okay, I'll just call you BC then. It's great to be back for round 3 after the race, in Zandvoort. It was one of the races that has happened in all time, that's for sure. But moving straight on from that, we are here in Monza for round 3. You love making commentator lives easier. Oh, don't worry about it. I just don't want to butcher people's names, that's all. I'll just call you BC. But we're here in Monza for more ESRL round 3 of the Division 1 season. We've got about half a lobby of Division 1 drivers and half a lobby of Division 2 drivers. So we'll see. Marcus, it depends. Does it say rain at the top, like when you have Q and R? If it has a rain cloud and R, then it probably will rain in the race because it's bugged. With the icons below that. But that's good to know. But it looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying. But yeah, we're here. Rain at the top. Okay, so then it will probably rain at some point in the race. So that's good to know. But here we are for qualifying. Like I said, about half the lobby is Division 2 drivers. So we could get a bit of a split in terms of who goes where. We could get a split between Tier 1 and Tier 2, but that's fine. It's still going to have plenty of racing. Oh, okay, yeah, that probably means it will rain near the end then. Someone's pinged me. Oh, it's the stream. Okay. So let's run you through the championship standings, shall we? So the driver standings, we've got Speed Alcoholic is the championship leader, followed by Donev in P2, just 4 points behind, and NER Ayrton also 4 points behind, but neither of those two are here today. Speed is, so Speed will be looking to extend his championship lead here. Victor06 is 4th. He's not here either, but Short Marcus is, and he's 15 points behind. So it's pretty much all to play for in the Drivers' Championship standings. The Constructors, we've got, let's see, we've got Haas leading the Constructors' Championship by 18 points over Ferrari. And AlphaTauri in 3rd place in the Constructors, a little way down, and Red Bull there as well. So pretty much all to play for. We're still early in the season. We're not going to focus too much on the standings at this point. Just going to see who can secure the most points today in a bit of a topsy-turvy lobby, with obviously some being Division 2 drivers today. But it also means if you mess up, if you spin or get involved in an incident, that's a lot more places you've got to make up to get back up into the top 10 and to get your hands on some points. So all the more important today with such a big grid to not make any major errors. Jackalacco on the medium tyres, so we won't focus too much on him. Let's go to Breezy in the Red Bull, who is on the softs. See what he can do. He's a Division 2 driver. I commentated on him last week on the Division 2 race, and he drove a fantastic race. I gave him driver of the day. He got himself on the podium after doing a monster stint on the hard tyres. So we'll see how he does today in Division 1. He's coming up to the line now. Jackalacco will cross the line first. 22.0 from the Alpine driver, but Breezy 21.5 on those soft tyres takes provisional pole for now. Who's going to be next to cross the line? I think it will be Lucci in the McLaren. Also Tier 2, Division 2. I think he won the race that I commentated on last week in Division 2. So keep an eye on Lucci. Could be punching up with the the Division 1 drivers today. And look at that, 20.1. That is some outrageously good pace from Lucci. Not bad at all, that particular lap, and we'll see who's going to be first to beat that. It won't be Luke's, he's invalidated. Denis Ivanov, though, we know how fast he can be in Division 1. He's coming up to Parabolica now. Down this long straight and down towards the final corner. I know it's not called Parabolica anymore, but honestly, who calls it by its new name? It's always going to be Parabolica. Down towards the line he goes. It's a 19.8 for the Aston Martin driver. He takes provisional pole for now. Spelled wrong for some reason is putting on the Inters in the pits. I'm not sure why he's doing that. TF Mar10, let's give the chat something to cheer about. Here he is in the Red Bull, coming through turns 1 and 2, through Curva Grande now. So we'll keep an eye on how he does on his lap. Through Sector 1, it's a 26.2. No reference point really for that. Trugster coming down towards the final corner as well in his AlphaTauri. There's an Aston Martin coming across the line, but I don't know who that is. It's the main Wayne, I think. No, it was... it was the main Wayne starting a lap. Okay, well, Trugster down towards the line he comes. It's a 21.5, quite a way off the pace from the AlphaTauri driver, Division 2 driver as well. BC has left the session, that's a shame. Hopefully he can get back in. DTS Ayrton, P3 on the medium tyres. That's an impressive lap from the Haas driver, so keep an eye on him. He's been improving so much this last year, DTS, from what I've been seeing of him. It's been great to watch. Martin coming to the line, though. It's a 19.3. He goes to provisional pole. Half a second ahead of the Aston Martin of Denis Ivanov, and cue the cheers in the chat from his many fans. The main Wayne coming down towards Ascari now. RS is on a lap, but he's just behind. Oh no, he's just gone across the line, RS. He's gone up to 4th place, so not too bad from him. Also Division 2 driver, the main Wayne, down towards the line. He is a former Division 2 champion, if I remember rightly, from a couple of seasons ago. Down towards the line he goes at 21.2. BC wants an invite. Scott, I wonder if you can handle that? If you're still here. I think you're still here. So it would be appreciated if you could handle that, because I don't think I have him as a friend. There we go, he's back in. Cool. Cialda, the Cockpit Cam Championship runner-up from last season. Yes, I will rub that in, because me and him had a great battle for that championship a few months ago. But he's coming through Sector 2 now. He's showed some good promise. So far this season, from what I've seen. Sorry, Scott. No worries. I think he's back in. So no need to worry. Kyle seems to be drifting in and out of consciousness, though, in the lobby. Cialda coming through Ascari looked a bit wide on the entry to that first left-hander. Down towards the last corner comes the Mercedes driver. BC's left the session again, and this time it's the game has retired him, so he will be starting from the back of the grid. That's a huge shame for him. But Cialda coming to the line now. What's it going to be for him? A 20.0 puts him up to P3. That's not bad at all. Puts him well in contention. Obviously quite a way off Martin, but Martin is a long way ahead of even Denis Ivanov, so that is no real bad reflection on Cialda, and his teammate Godzilla just a couple of hundredths of a second ahead. He goes up to P3 now as well, so it's a Mercedes second row lockout. Here is Victor 06. He's sitting P4 in the Drivers' Championship at the moment in his Alfa Romeo. He's coming to the final corner now. Decent through Ascari. I think someone just improved. That was Short Marcus up to P6. Speed Alcoholic as well, the championship leader, up to P7 in his Ferrari, but he's got a lot of work to do, I would have thought. Victor down towards the line he goes. Is it 19? No, it's a 20.1. It's P6 for him for now, but it's very, very close between those drivers near the top. Just a 10th separating 3rd and 6th at the moment. Jackalacco on a lap, but he's invalidated. Spelled wrong on his out lap, so I don't think anyone else is on a lap, are they? The main Wayne coming through Ascari, I think he's on a lap, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no, he's on a lap, it seems. His ERS is draining. So down towards Parabolica he goes. What can the Division 2 former champion do here? Down towards the line. Hugging the inside of the corner. It's a 20.8. He improves to 9th place. but still work to do, I think, for the Aston Martin driver. But there seems to be a clear gap, first between Martin and Dennis, and then between Victor and then Short Marcus and the rest. And I think we may see more of that as the session continues because of the Division 2 drivers in the lobby, although Lucci still sitting very nicely in P5 there. Perhaps he likes Monza, or perhaps he's just having a bit of a blinder of a session here. Short Marcus coming down to the line. He's going again in the Alpine. He's on 2-lap-old soft tyres. I thought he'd come into the pits, but no, he's going to have another go. So we'll watch him through Sector 1, see if he improves. It seemed to be very smooth through turns 1 and 2. No loss of the rear on exit, and wow, 7 tenths up in Sector 1. No wonder he's gone again, because Marcus, after talking himself down in the chat, could be on for a mighty lap here. Obviously, he could lose time in the next couple of sectors due to the slightly aged soft tyres, but DRS open down towards the end of Sector 2. We're going to see just how much time he's lost, if any. Sector line there. No, he's gained time. He's nearly 9 tenths up now, is the Alpine driver, and he could be on provisional pole at this rate with 2-lap-old soft tyres. What a lap this could be from Short Marcus. Spaled Wrong improves to 7th. I think DTS Ayrton also improved in the other Haas up to 9th, but Short Marcus is going to blow both of them out the water here. Down towards the line he goes. Has he lost any time in Ascari? We're about to find out. It's a 19.8. He's 4 tenths behind Martin. He lost some time in the last sector, but that is on aged soft tyres. So he's got time to go back to do another in-lap and head back into the pits and go out again. So Marcus could be a threat for pole position here if he can put another lap like that together before the end of this one. Martin's still in the pits. He's still pole by a wide margin, but for how much longer is the question. Eisenborg goes to P13, another Cockpit Cam Championship former driver, and I think current driver as well. Denis Ivanov's retired from the session. Where is that? Is that in the pits, or where is that? I think he might have binned it at Parabolica, actually, so Denis will not improve. He's going to remain where he is. And he could be under threat here if Lucci, Cialda, Godzilla and Victor can improve significantly. Denis could find himself all the way down in P7 by the end of this session. So that's a critical mistake from the Aston Martin driver. Cialda's invalidated already, so he will not be improving on this attempt. Lucci coming through Sector 1 in the McLaren. Spaled Wong, I think he just did a lap. Yeah, he's into the pits. The main Wayne coming to the end of his lap. Can he improve? Didn't see if he was improving. Sector 2 and 3 is very wide at Parabolica, though. That's going to cost a lot of time, and I think we'll see him dive into the pits. There he goes. Eisenborg not improving either. What about Giacalacco? Yeah, he's 1.1 seconds up. That's where he needs to be. This could see him up to 13th place. Through Parabolica he comes, hugs the inside on the apex. Down towards the line he goes, and it's a 20.6. It's up to 10th place for Giacalacco. That is much more like it. Very impressive from him. He's out-qualifying the Division 1 Championship leader right now. Marcus has no idea where he found the time on the second lap. Well, if you can do another lap like that again and not mess up the third sector, you could have a chance at pole here, my friend. All that talking down that you'll be in last place, and here you are challenging for pole, at least the front row. But that's very impressive from Giacalacco there. Godzilla just starting a lap in the Mercedes. Breezy as well in the Red Bull. Is he going to be improving through Sector 2? He's about to come towards the sector line. Yeah, he's 7 tenths up in Sector 2, so this could see him all the way up into the top 10 as well. He looks like he's gotten Ascari pretty nicely there, but his throttle was feathering a bit there on the exit, and indeed on the straight as well. He could be some technical issues for Breezy, unfortunately, but down towards the line he goes. What's it going to be for the Red Bull? Not quite a 19, but it has seen him into the top 10. It's 9th place for Breezy. Very impressive from him. Jack Lacko down to 11th as a result. What about Godzilla? He's not improving at all. He's going to have to go again. You've got DTS Ayrton on an outlap. Jack Lacko into the pits. RS on an outlap. Lukes is starting a lap in the Ferrari as well. And no, I was just going to ride on board with him, and round he goes at the exit of turn 2. So he's going to have to try again. No, Short Marcus has retired from the session. Where is that? Where has he done that? Was that? I think it was Ascari. Yeah, there's a yellow flag in Ascari. I think his car's already been teleported off the minimap. But Short Marcus, it looked like he could have a go at taking pole position here, but he's going to have to settle for wherever he ends up here. He's certainly not going to be pole, but if anyone else... full quali. That makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. I've been talking out my arse this entire time, everyone. It's full quali. We're going to go to Q2, so that's why no one's improving elsewhere. And that's why Short Marcus has gone on his next one. But yeah, BC is going to be out of quali. He's going to be in last place. Lukes has got one more chance here to get out of Q1. I do apologise, everyone. I'm not with it today, clearly. Down towards the line comes the Ferrari. He's going to have to try again. 9 seconds down after he spun at the exit of turn 2 on his last attempt. But here he comes towards the chicane. I think Jack Lacko looks like he's safe here, all the way across the curb from Luke's at turn 1. I didn't know you could do that, so I might try that next time I race at this track. But here comes Luke's through Curva Grande. Doesn't spin at the exit of turn 2 this time. He's 3.3 seconds up, obviously. But down towards the next couple of corners. He's gone too far over that curb and just bounced into the air. That's going to cost him at least a 10th or 2 through Delarogier. Down towards the 2 Lesmos. Oh, it's a little bit too far on the inside. I think he lost some speed on the exit as well as a result of that. Down towards the sector 2 line he comes. Obviously, he's going to be a long way up, 5.1 seconds, but he needs more than that to get him out of Q1 and into Q2. Trugster's in danger as well. He's on a lap. Eisenborg's on a lap as well, as is RS. Speed Alcoholic could be in danger here as well. The South African, the championship leader, has got to be careful. Kyle is our next casualty of Q1. Luke's down towards the line. What's it going to be? It's a 21-0. It's not enough. It's not quite enough, I don't think. It's going to be very close. I think it's 16th and down that get eliminated. So Eisenborg has got to find 2 tenths to knock Luke's out of Q1. RS has got to be careful as well. He's not improving. He's slowed down, so he's got to rely on Trugster and Eisenborg. Eisenborg is invalidated. Sorry, Trugster's invalidated, so it's all down to Eisenborg. RS is going to be safe, as is everyone else, but here comes the McLaren driver. So speed improved to P8, but he wasn't in danger anyway. I'm not sure he knew that, though. Eisenborg down towards the final corner now. Can he nail Parabolica and get himself into Q2? It'd be heartbreak for Lukes if he can do it. Here he goes, down towards Parabolica, hugs the inside of the corner on the exit, right to the edge, down towards the line for Eisenborg. What's it going to be? At 20.8, it's enough, and Lukes is knocked out. Eisenborg makes it into Q2. RS just about survives as well, but it's Lukes, Trugster, BC, and Kyle who are all out. And yeah, that's such a shame for you, BC. I feel sorry for you. It was a good session, even though for pretty much 90% of it, I forgot that it was full quali. So that was an issue. But no, it was a good session. So into Q2 we go. Spaled wishes he hadn't gone back out. Yeah, that's a waste of a tyre. But as your standings for Q1, it is Martin on pole. Well, in P1, I suppose. Jack Alaco's made it into Q2, which he's very happy about. But those knocked out is going to be Lukes, the Dutchman, in the Ferrari. Trugster not quite making it either. I think there was more pace for sure in that AlphaTauri, but just couldn't unlock it, had too many invalidations. Kyle as well, not able to set a lap, and BC in last place. And yeah, I agree with Scott, that's what it's like, mechanical failure. That's what it has to go down as. But yeah, like Spaled says, it is so close. It's 1.5 seconds between first and last. I mean, and if we take Martin out of the picture, it's barely a second between first and last. So a lot of potential for an amazing race to come. But first, we've got 2 more qualifying sessions. So Q2, 15 minutes to get yourself into the top 10. I think this is going to be a very nail-biting session. Good thing Ayrton isn't here to humble us. Well, yes. When people leave, it gets very glitchy for speed. Yeah, that tends to be the case in crossplay, unfortunately. Representative of a real Williams, true. Just want to take Mar down. I don't think you'd be very popular in the chat if you did that. I think it is the people leaving. I think when people leave, it really messes up the lobby. So in crossplay, because I notice other crossplay races that I'm in and other ESRL crossplay races, it seems fine. It's just Division 1 that has the problems, and I think it's because people are losing connection and leaving and so forth. So yeah, maybe something to look into. It's Jack Alaco on the outlap. I think Lucci will be the first to set a lap in the McLaren. He's just gone through Lesmo 2 on his outlap. But he's on the medium tyres, so he's looking to get through into Q3 without using another set of softs. That is a brave decision from Lucci. We'll see if it pays off. So in that vein, I apologise in advance to him, but I am going to ride on board with Jack Alaco in the Alpine. Down towards the line he comes to start his first lap of Q2. He's going to be, I think his goal today would have been to get into Q3. He's not far away at all based on the Q2 pace. So down towards turn 1, brake hard, but don't lock up on entry, and turn very quickly for turn 2. Get the best exit you can. Don't lose the rear. Very easy to do. Jack Alaco very controlled through the first chicane. Through Curva Grande he goes, down towards Della Roggia. Is Della Roggia or Della Roggier? I'm assuming Della Roggia, that sounds more Italian. But seemed pretty hooked up there, but a bit squirrely on the exit. Jack Alaco repping D2, indeed he is. Through Lesmo 1 he goes. And now Lesmo 2, very clean on the exit. DRS open all the way down towards Ascari. Very tricky corner to get right, or set of corners on the left-hand side. A little bit wide of the apex, but very calm and controlled through the rest of it. I think definitely more time to find for the Scotsman, but it seems a pretty put together lap here to at least get him on the board, and that's what you need. You need that confidence. Get yourself on the board early on. Down towards the line he goes, wide on the exit of Parabolica. That will cost him some time, but it's a 20.4 is his first attempt. Lucci a 20.3 on the mediums, very impressive from him. There's the other McLaren of Eisenborg down to the line he goes. A 20.9, way off from Eisenborg there. Who's that? Mercedes. Is that Godzilla? He's spun in Parabolica, so he's not going to be getting far up the grid here. Cialda down towards the line. A 19.9, that's more like it. Into the 19s for the Mercedes driver. And he may well feel safe with that one of getting into Q3. Who's next? RS. He's invalidated. Denis Ivanov down towards Parabolica for the Aston Martin driver. Very wide on the exit. That'll have cost him a few tenths for sure. Down towards the line he goes. It's a 19.9. Even with that error, he's only a few thousandths of a second behind Cialda. And he might well feel safe with that. Short Marcus won't feel safe with that one, though. He's going to have to go again. And that's exactly what he's doing, I think, down towards turn one. He's just going again on the same set of tyres. Victor has invalidated, so he's going to have to go again as well. We might see him go into the pits. No, he's carried on. He's going to try again, even though he has barely any ERS left, or he's just going to peel into the pits on this next lap, which I don't understand, really, but more power to him, I suppose. Short Marcus 2 tenths up nearly through Sector 1, down towards Sector 2. DTS Ayrton, by the way, up to P5. That's good from him, but still behind Jack Alaco as Marcus a little bit squirrely on the exit of Lesmo 2. Very easy to do. Down towards Ascari he goes. And 16 seconds up. Well, that doesn't give us much of a basis to compare his lap here. But down towards Parabolica he goes. You've got a German flag in the chat for TF Mar10, who's also on a lap at the moment. Not sure if he's in Ascari or coming towards De La Rogier, but he's one of the two Red Bulls. Short Marcus down towards the line. It's a 20.5. It's behind Jack Alaco even, and that is not safe at all for him. So he might well feel that he's going to have to go again, and I would agree. That is not safe in the slightest, I wouldn't have thought. Mar10 coming towards Ascari, 52.9 through Sector 2. Very tight to the apex on the left-hander. A little bit tentative through the rest of it, but not too bad. Getting some slipstream off of that Mercedes on the side of the track there. I'm not sure how much that actually gained him, if at all. But through Parabolica he goes, down towards the line. Just needs a decent lap to get him through to Q3, and that is what he's done. A 19.5, that should be safely into Q3 for him. Ask Father Christmas for PS5 and the freezers will disappear. Well, there is that as well. Godzilla starting another lap in the Mercedes after he spun in Parabolica on his first effort. He's strapped on some fresh tyres and he's going again in his Mercedes. Just got to get a lap to get you into the third part of qualifying. That's all you got to do here. But easier said than done. Why do people like Mar? I need to know. Well, I think that's a question you need to ask the people in the chat, BC. Breezy up to P10. The main Wayne as well, P9 for him. But Godzilla coming through Ascari now, 53.1. That's just only 2 tenths down on what Mar 10 did through Sector 2. So down towards Parabolic he goes. Yeah, I know, Jack. That was incredible. I thought for sure you were bottle it because I was riding on board with you, but you kept it together, so fair play to you. Godzilla in George Russell's car. Down towards the line he goes. Is it going to be enough for Q3? It's a 20.0. I think that's probably going to be enough. Speed Alcoholic, I think, has gotten himself through as well with his lap that he's just done. Short Marcus still getting massive screen freezes. You on PS4, Marcus? Because, yeah, I remember on PS4 it was quite bad on the last game. I have a PS5 now. Because, yeah, I just thought, you know, I'm going to have to get one at some point. Might as well get one for the new game. Yeah, you are. Yeah, that would probably explain it. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad for you for the race. But RS down towards Ascari, 54.1. That's quite a way off. That's about a second off Martin. So that could see him all the way down out of the top 10. In fact, it's undrivable. It sounds like it's gotten worse since the last game then, because I remember it was quite bad last game as well, but it wasn't undrivable, it was just annoying occasionally. But RS, down towards the line he goes in the Alfa Romeo 21.4. Yeah, he's way off the pace, so he's going to have to improve by quite a lot. Victor in the other Alfa Romeo also needs to find a lap. He's the only one who hasn't done a lap yet. It's worse than 23, yeah. I figured that might be the case. Very wide at Lesmo 2 for Victor, and that's going to cost him a huge amount of time because he would have had to lift to not invalidate his lap. But that could put him at risk here. There's only 5 minutes to go in this session. Cialda's back. I didn't notice him leave, to be honest. But through Ascari goes Victor, P4 in the championship, so he needs to find his way into Q3 to keep his championship dreams going here. Obviously early in the season, but you don't when you're high up in the championship, you don't want a dud race early in the season. But Victor down towards the line, that is very good from him. A 19.9 up onto the front row. That is much more like it, even with that huge error at Lesmo 1. So keep an eye on Victor here in the Alpha as he goes across the escape road. That'll see him comfortably into Q3. Martin has got the most tyres to play with, I think. He's only used one set of softs for each session, so he's going to have 2 sets of softs for Q3. So Martin, definitely the favourite for pole. Lucci improving in Sector 1. I'm not sure he really needs to, but I mean, that demonstrates my point from earlier that short Marcus is not safe. He's down to P10 already. DTS Ayrton's only a 10th behind him, and the main Wayne only a couple tenths behind. And obviously Breezy, we know he can improve by quite a lot. So short Marcus got to find a better lap here to see himself more secure into Q3 rather. Lucci through Ascari, he comes, he's 6 tenths up through in Sector 2. What a lap this could be from Lucci. He's Division 2. I'm not sure he will stay Division 2 for much longer if he keeps on putting performances like this. Look at this, coming through Parabolica. Very hooked up, hugs the inside line, down towards the line he goes. It's a 19.4 onto pole for Lucci. That will definitely see him into Q3. And wow, what a performance this could be from him. Victor's through as well. Eisenborg, he's not improving at the moment. Short Marcus just starting a lap. DTS Ayrton coming to Sector 2 now, or to the end of it. We'll see if he's improving as he comes up to the line. 3 tenths up, so Marcus definitely in trouble here. But he's invalidated. He's gone too far on the inside of Ascari. And it's going to be very difficult for him to recharge all of that ERS. There's still 2.5 minutes in the session, so he can go in for a fresh set of softs if he has one. And try again, but that's a disastrous invalidation from DTS Ayrton. It's not what he wanted to do at all. And Marcus is improving. 2.5 tenths in Sector 1 already. Through Lesmo 1. Lesmo 2, very easy to mess up here. He doesn't, though. Very smooth through there from Marcus. And if he can nail Ascari and Parabolica, he should find himself comfortably into Q3. There we go, 7.5 tenths up now, down through Ascari. It has meant he's had to waste another set of softs, though. So that will be a little bit concerning for him. But down towards the final corner comes Marcus. Does he spin it on the exit? No, he doesn't. He's absolutely fine. This should be safely into Q3 for him. Yeah, 19.4, in fact, ahead of Martin now with that lap, and he's up to P2, so that's safely into Q3 for him. Breezy, P12. He's not improving in Sector 1. He's 8.5 tenths down, so no improvement for the Red Bull driver. He's going to have to find another lap later on, but obviously they'll be on worn tyres, and he's not going to have much ERS either to do it with. So Breezy in trouble here. Jack Alacco could see himself into Q3, but DTS Ayrton is improving. Doesn't invalidate Ascari this time. Much better. He's 3 tenths up, and this should see him comfortably into Q3 if he can hook it together. Jack Alacco's on a lap as well, so don't count him out. But the Greek driver coming through Parabolica for his final effort. Down towards the line, he's got just enough ERS to get there. He has run out before the line, but it's a 20.3. It's not entirely safe. It's only P9, but Jack Alacco is 2.5 tenths down in Sector 1, so it doesn't look like he's going to improve into the gravel on the exit of De La Roggia as well. Through Lesmo 1 he goes. A little bit loss of traction on the exit and on Lesmo 2 as well. DRS open. Is he going to be improving at the end of Sector 2, I wonder? The Scotsman desperately trying to get his way into Q3, but he's 2 tenths down in Sector 2. He's going to need to find some incredible amount of time in Ascari and Parabolica to get this. He doesn't have enough time to go again. The session is over in just a few seconds. So Jack Alacco down towards the line. There we go, session over. So everyone on their last laps. Now DTS Ayrton out of the top 10. Godzilla, the main Wayne, improves to 10th. Jack Alacco very wide at Parabolica. It's not enough for him. He did improve. He nailed Ascari, but lost a lot of time in Parabolica, and he's out of Q2. DTS Ayrton looks like he's out as well. He's not on a lap. Speed Alcoholic, it should be safe as well. RS is the only one who can improve. In that bottom 5, he needs another 1.2 seconds. He's 7 tenths up on his previous best, but it's nowhere near enough unless he nails Ascari and Parabolica here, and unless he completely screwed them up on his previous attempt. As Speed Alcoholic goes to the top of the timing sheets, a 19.3 for him. Jack Alacco down in P13. He says so close. It was indeed very close down at the bottom there. But RS down towards the line. Can he do anything to disrupt this bottom 5? No. It's P14 for him. And so DTS Ayrton out of Q2 by 0.006 of a second. Wow. What a close margin that was in this session. And, well, every session so far has been nail-biting. I think Q3 is going to be exactly the same with those times. Look at that, 2 tenths between the top 5. Incredible stuff. Spelled wrong into Q3 as well. He'll be very happy with that. But Jack Alacco just about out. DTS Ayrton as well. By the barest of margins. And Eisenborg also a surprise exit, but Breezy, I think, is the most surprise exit here. 15th for the Red Bull driver. He's got a lot of work to do. So close, it's so close. 1.3 seconds between first and last in Q2. Incredible stuff. But those are your standings for this session. Speed Alcoholic, top of the timing sheets this time. Gets the bragging rights for Q2 with Lucci in P2. Short Marcus P3. Martin, do not count him out. He's got 2 fresh sets of soft tyres for Q3. Then the 2 Mercedes, Cialdo and Godzilla, both through. Victor as well in P7. He's through. Denis Ivanov in P8. Spelled wrong in P9. The main Wayne through by 0.005 of a second from DTS Ayrton, who just about exits from Q2. And then Eisenborg, Jack Alacco, RS and Breezy, the other casualties of this session. Scott must be shedding a tear with how close we all are. I think Scott will be sweating about the prospects of how everyone's so close, because he'll be hoping for not more incidents. I think that's going to be the forefront of his mind. As a fellow league owner, I think I can understand that one. But here we are, Q3, 12 minutes for this shootout for pole position. Anyone in the chat, who are you backing for pole here out of these 10 drivers? Martin, Victor, Speed Alcoholic, Denis Ivanov, Short Marcus, perhaps Cialdo as well. I think those are your most likely suspects for pole position. But we shall see. It looks like everyone has a fresh set of softs, but of course everyone does for Q3. It automatically saves one. Martin is Marcus's pick for pole. And I think a lot of the people in the chat will agree with him. A lot of Martin fans in the chat, although they've been quiet for a good while. Jack says, come on, Spale, do it for Div 2. Speed thinks it'll be Martin as well. But we shall see. Denis Ivanov in the Aston Martin, out on an outlap, as is Godzilla. He was a couple of tenths behind his teammate in Q2, so he'll be looking to make amends for that in this final shootout. Spelled for pole, 2 tenths clear. Well, I'd say stranger things have happened, but I'm not sure they have. Yes, and Shane. I'm guessing you are Breezy? That would be my guess as to who you are. In your PSN? Oh, your RS. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry, Spaled. I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for you. Godzilla going down towards turn 1. He's going to be the first to set a lap here. Through the first chicane he goes. Does he lose the rear on exit? No. Very smooth from the Mercedes driver. Through Curva Grande he goes. Now down towards De La Rogier. Very easy to screw this corner up completely, but very nice from Godzilla. Perfectly over the curb on the inside of the left-hander, and then very nice on the exit as well. Best commentary and better racer. Thank you very much, RS. I do appreciate that very much. But Godzilla, he's getting a bit of a slipstream there. Again, I'm not sure how much that helps. I don't think that really helps at all, to be honest. But a 52.9 through Sector 2, that was very nice from Godzilla. That's about on par with what Martin did in Q2. But he was a bit rear happy on the entry towards the left-hander of Ascari, so we'll have lost a little bit of time there. But Godzilla through Parabolica he comes down towards the line. Is it going to be in the 19s? It looks like it. Yes, a 19.8 is the initial pace from Godzilla. It's quite a way off the top guys from Q2. Yeah, I concur with Scott. Good luck to Godzilla and Cialdo, the repping the cockpit cam racers. Had a great battle with them last season in Cockpit Cam Championship. So I am rooting for them to do well. Short Marcus 52.9 as well in Sector 2. Just a bit faster than Godzilla. Denis Ivanov, though, a 19.4. That is more like the pace that we're expecting for pole here. Short Marcus coming through Parabolica. There's Spaled wrong on an outlap, so he's just starting a lap, going across the line now. But Marcus down towards the line, hugging the inside. It's a 19.3 from Marcus, and he takes provisional pole now from Denis by just over a tenth. Who's going to be next across the line? It's going to be Lucci down towards the line for the McLaren driver. A 19.9 for him, quite a way off what he did in Q2, so more to come from him. Victor as well. He was looking promising in Q2, down towards the line, but it's a 20.0, quite a way off. He's definitely got room to improve. Cialda coming through, Ascari, Speed Alcoholic down towards the line as well in the Ferrari. What's going to be for the South African? It's a 20.2, a long way off. So, a lot of drivers, very tentative initial laps here in this final session of qualifying. The main Wayne only 3,000ths behind him. Cialda down towards the line, probably got a toe off his teammate. 19.4 for him. He's P3. Great effort from Cialda. Very nicely done from him. Martin coming to the line though. A 19.2 for the German. He takes provisional pole by just over half a tenth from Short Marcus. It is so close out there. Spelled wrong is invalidated for the Division 2 representation, so he's going to have to go again, unfortunately. I think he's going to go on the same set of tyres. I guess he's been saving Yas. No, he's going to head into the pits, actually. Put on a fresh set if he has one. But the initial run's complete, and Martin is at the top of the timing sheets. But it's so close out there. Short Marcus only half a tenth behind. Denis Ivanov only a tenth behind that. Cialda only 100th behind that. And then there's a big gap to Godzilla. But I think all of these guys here, from Godzilla downwards, have a lot more pace. They just didn't put in a good lap, really, on their initial efforts. Maybe with the exception of the main Wayne. He was a way off in Q2, but he did an amazing job to get into Q3. Marcus says he had a slide in turn 1, but the rest of the lap was mega. There's more time, but it'll be hard to put it together. So Marcus seems pessimistic of his chances for pole, even so. Reminds me of me a bit. I tend to do that as well. It annoys people sometimes. But I just don't like bigging myself up. Just don't like it. Martin into the pits. So everyone just psyching themselves up, getting ready for their final runs. 4.5 minutes to go in Q3. Div 1 setting some crazy laps as RS. Yeah, these are fantastic laps from Div 1, I have to say. I can't remember what my best in Monza is. I think with the line, I won't say. I won't say. But I think without the line, I would struggle to beat those times for sure. Those are some amazing times for Martin and Marcus. And to be honest, I think there's more to come. Martin has a fresh set of softs. That was only his first effort. And to be honest, I would bank on him to get into the 18s here. I wouldn't be surprised if he managed that. But everyone waiting for the right time to get out. We don't want to end up with a real-life F1 situation around Monza here in Quali. We could well do. If everyone comes out at the same time. Everyone playing Slipstream Chicken. But Speldwong's first out. He doesn't want any of that nonsense. First out onto the track. No one else stirring in the pit lane. So the American wants to get a lap in early. Hope he doesn't get caught in traffic on his way down towards turn 1. He could have some people come out very late, but I think he'll be fine. Only 3 minutes to go. I don't think anyone's going to come out late enough that he'll bump into them before turn 1. But I think I might need to refill my glass of water before the race. So I apologise to Spaled because I am going to be riding on board with him for this lap. So I apologise in advance. He's got one chance to get himself out of 10th place. Everyone exiting the pit lane now. I think Lucci and Lucci and Short Marcus, the only ones still in the pit lane at the moment. 2 minutes left in the session. They're going to have to get out pretty quickly. Yeah, Lucci's out. Short Marcus going to have to get out in the next few seconds, otherwise he could be in danger of not getting round in time. Yeah, there we go, he's heading out now. But here goes Spaled. Down towards the line to start his final lap attempt here in Q3, trying to get on the board. DRS open all the way down towards turn 1. When's he going to brake? It's at the 150 meter board is where he brakes. Through turns 1 and 2, missed the apex of turn 2 by a fraction, but nothing too major as he heads through Curva Grande and down towards the next section of track. 26.5 in Sector 1. I know a 52.9 is what's good through Sector 2. That's what Short Marcus was doing, at least. So Spaled wrong. Bit tentative through De La Rogier. Didn't go over the curbs, but not too bad at all. Very hooked up through Lesmo too. Could have used a bit more of the track there, but not too bad from the American. What's it going to be at the Sector 2 line? It's a 53.0. That's not bad at all from Spaled. Only a tenth off what Marcus was doing. So through he goes, down towards Parabolica. This could be a mega lap from Spaled wrong if he can hook this up. 40% ERS left. He got plenty of that. Doesn't need to worry there. Oh no, he's lost the rear on the entry to Parabolica, and that's going to cost him a huge amount of time. He's going to go down towards the line anyway, but oh, that's such a shame. It could have been a mega lap. It's a 20.1, but it could have been into the top 5 there for Spaled, I think. I'm pretty sure that's where he was going to be. But who's that coming to the line? It's Godzilla, but he's down on his previous best. Has he got time to go again? What's the time? Yeah, just about. He's going to go again. Cialda coming through as well. Here we go. Everyone finishing off their final runs. The main Wayne down towards the line. He's 3.5 tenths up. This could see him well up there. What an effort from the main Wayne, up to P5. Fantastic stuff from him. Victor down towards the line as well. P3 for the Alfa Romeo. Great stuff there. Cialda, he's spun it in Parabolica. That's such a shame. He was 3 tenths up. It could have been pole position for Cialda. Oh, he's going to be absolutely gutted. Spins it at Parabolica. What a shame that is. And he's going to have to settle for P5 at best. Denis Ivanov through Parabolica now. He goes as well. Down towards the line. What's it going to be? Is it going to be in the 18s? Nearly. It's a 19.1. He takes provisional pole. Martin's invalidated. He will not take pole here. Speed Alcoholic P2 by 700ths of a second. Marcus through Parabolica. He comes as well. Can he knock Denis Ivanov off pole position? Down towards the line. It's a 19.1. He's 400ths off. It looks like Denis has got it. Martin's invalidated. Godzilla is going slowly, and Spaled's done his lap already. That is your quali. Denis Ivanov takes pole position. Martin, pretty much everyone's prediction for pole. P4 for him in the back of the second row. Speed Alcoholic in P3. What an effort from him. Marcus only 400ths down. He says he lost a tenth in Ascari. That's such a shame. For him. What a lap from Denis Ivanov. Speed Alcoholic did that lap with a broken front wing. Surely not. Surely not. But I think Cialda is the biggest story of what could have been. He was 3 tenths up in Sector 2 and he spun it in Parabolica. Oh, it could have been pole position for Cialda. It really could have been. But what a qualifying session that was. Incredible stuff. Wow, 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 wow. It's great to see so many people in the chat, by the way. Love to see you all in there. So, hope you all have a good race. But it is. The Bulgarian Denis Ivanov takes pole by just over 400ths of a second from Short Marcus. In the Alpine, who lost a tenth in Ascari. Speed Alcoholic in P3. He claims he did that lap with a broken front wing. Frankly, I don't believe him. Martin in P4 in the end after invalidating his final effort. That is a big shock for the German. Victor in P5, great effort from him. Cialda could have been on pole, but messed it up in Parabolica. The main way in P7, Godzilla in 8th, and then Lucci and Spaled Wrong make up the 5th row. What a qualifying session. Hopefully the race lives up to it as well. I'm hearing as well that it's going to be dry to wet in the race. It's going to rain about halfway through. Maybe 2/3 of the way through, so we are in store for a fantastic race here at Monza. It's always an amazing race at Monza in the ESRL. I'm not even going to lie; it's always brilliant here. Yeah, Marcus, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, I'll be happy if I'm top 10. Misses out on pole by 400. Yeah. 2/3 of the race, then rain. That's what I figured. So this is going to be very interesting. Please do CPC comms next week. Oh dear. Five out of 7 of my nights are F1 in the week. I've got to have one day off. 6 out of 7 when I'm racing on Saturdays. But I'm just going to refill my glass of water. I will be right back. Alright, back just in time. And here we go. 5 red lights. And Kyle has started already somehow, but we're off for the Italian Grand Prix. Denis Ivanov gets a good start, but so does Marcus on the inside. A lot of cars going towards turn 1, all hurtling through. Here we go. Is there going to be a big incident at the first chicane? It looks like everyone's through cleanly. Very impressive Division 1. Short Marcus, though, takes the lead from Denis Ivanov in the early stages of this race. Speed holds on to P3, but Martin looking to the outside through Curva Grande. Can't quite get the move done, but down towards De La Rogier. Has to back out. Nearly hits the back of Speed on the exit. Victor very squirrely there as well through that corner. Speed Alcoholic putting Dennis under pressure. Short Marcus already with a half-second gap, as it looks like Trugster's lost it at the back. RS getting past Eisenborg as well. A lot of position changes up and down the field. Let's get tyres on the board. Most going for the hard tyres to start off this one. Denis Ivanov starting on the softs, so he's going to be extra annoyed with himself that he's lost P1 this early in the race to Short Marcus, who started on the mediums here. Martin looking for way past Speed, can't quite do it, as they all file towards Parabolica. Everyone pretty clean, other than Trugster spinning it earlier in the lap, but very nicely done from ESRL. Short Marcus, fastest lap at the front, but here comes Martin on Speed Alcoholic. Can he make a move into turn 1? A bit of a wiggle from Speed up ahead, but you saw how much straight line speed he lost as Speed breaks too late into turn 1. Incredible that he managed to keep it on the track. Martin couldn't quite get the switchback done, so they've both lost a huge amount of time to the top two. Martin's going to be frustrated with that, but Speed just about keeping it on the track and not ploughing into the back of Denis Ivanov as well, thankfully, and he clatters over the curb at De La Rogier as well. But still going strong in his Ferrari, still just teetering on that 1 second range between him and Dennis. I had a race at Monza on Wednesday this week. If you lose DRS, that is it. You're not going to get it back unless you're very lucky. Because those two will just streak away with that DRS advantage. Cialda on the outside of Victor before Ascari makes the move. Great stuff from the Mercedes up to P5, but very wide on the exit of Ascari. Can Victor take advantage? No, he's not far enough. He's not close enough. And in fact could be under pressure from the other Mercedes of Godzilla into Parabolica. Brakes late does the Mercedes, but can't get the move done. And the main Wayne following in behind as well. Short Marcus with another fastest lap still leads the Italian Grand Prix. Giacolacco down in P12 as well. BC already up to P13 from starting last, but here comes Godzilla down the inside of Victor into turn 1, gets the move done, very nicely done on those medium tyres. He's up to P6, makes it a Mercedes 5-6 at the moment. But very, very clean start from ESRL as DTS Ayrton and Giacolacco go side by side through Curva Grande. BC's looking for a way through on those softs as well. He's already up 8 positions from the start, looking to make it 9. Round the outside of Giacolacco he goes. Jacko can't do anything about it. Very squirrely on the exit as well. BC up to 12th, and he's got DTS Ayrton in his sights now. Breezy is out of the race. He's hit the wall in De La Roche by the looks of it, and he is out of this one. No safety car, but Martin getting past Speed Alcoholic in the DRS zone well before Ascari. Speed just letting him go, it seems. It doesn't look like there's any damage on the Ferrari, but that seemed very easy for Martin there. And Speed down into 4th place and could be under pressure from Cialda in the near future, but he does have the DRS from the Red Bull ahead, which is crucial at this point. Just needs to hold on to that for the next few laps in order to gain a bit of a gap between him and the two Mercedes. Spelled wrong, getting past the main Wayne up to P8 in the meantime, and Lucci making a double overtake on the back of the main Wayne, loses 2 places in one straight. Lucci can't quite get the move on Spelled wrong as well, but Spelled very squirrely on the exit, and Lucci can't take advantage. DTS Ayrton getting past Giacolacco there as well, I think. Or was that a position change further down? I think it was actually Luke's and RS. A bit of lag for Luke's, unfortunately. Cialda's left the session. Disaster for him. There's contact at the front between Short Marcus and Dennis Ivanov. Dennis into the gravel. Short Marcus was on the inside, and there was contact between the two. Dennis down to 3rd place. Could be down to 4th place. Speed Alcoholic looking for a way through as well. Is there damage to Short Marcus's car? We'll have a look in a second, but Speed Alcoholic down the inside of the Aston Martin makes the move into Ascari. The Ferrari up to P3, but 2.5 seconds between him and Martin already. He's lost a huge amount of time to the Red Bull as Spelled Wrong gets past Victor as well. Battling going on all through the field. Cialda still AI, unfortunately. That's such a shame for him, but Victor down the inside of Lucci into Parabolica for P6. It looks like he's made the move, but I'm not sure who's going to get DRS here. It's all to play for. The Mercedes has got it. The Alfa Romeo hasn't. The Haas got it as well, so it could be 2 lost for Victor in one straight here. Victor breaks very late into turn 1. Very, very good stuff from the Alfa Romeo. Brilliant defending there from him, but Lucci holds the car in and has the inside line for Curva Grande. Brilliant stuff from both drivers. Amazing racing there between the two, but it looks like Lucci is ahead. Victor trying to have a look to the inside of De La Roche, but can't quite manage it. But Spelled Wrong looks to the inside. I don't think he meant to do that, and it's cost both of them a huge amount of time. The main Wayne looking for a way through. I don't think Spelled Wrong intended to go for that move. But BC looking for a way through as well. Bit of contact up ahead, and BC looks for the switchback. He's got to be careful not to get boxed in here. But the main Wayne gives him room on the outside. BC up to 7th place in 5 laps from the back of the grid. What a performance from the Williams driver. Amazing stuff. Through Ascari he goes. Those soft tyres working wonders for him, but he's going to be a sitting duck down towards turn 1 from all the cars behind him. How much ERS has he got? Just over half, so he's got enough to defend, but will he be far enough ahead to be able to defend against the power of the DRS as Martin gets past Short Marcus easily well before turn 1, and Martin looking very, very strong in these early stages. Speed defending from Dennis Ivanov in the meantime. As BC does manage to stay ahead, but Victor breaks very late and hits him. There's contact between the two. BC gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. I'm sure he'll get that removed. I don't think that gets served in the pits, so I'm sure he'll get that one removed. for that, but that is a big mistake from Victor, braking too late for turn 1, hitting the Williams, and he's lost 3 positions. Does he have damage on the Alfa Romeo as well? I'm not sure. It's tough to tell. I don't think there's any visible damage anyway. But Jackalacco fighting as well down in P12 on those medium tyres, just ahead of RS and Luke's. Through Lesmo 2 they go, but we've got to cut to Denis Ivanov here because he's right behind Speed Alcoholic. I think the Ferrari is going to be in trouble here. Cialda's still not back in the session. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted for him. I really am. He does not deserve that at all. But Denis, down towards Parabolica, can't make the move there. But he's going to have DRS down towards turn 1, but so is Short Marcus. Is he going to be close enough to make a move? Doesn't look like it. No, he backs out well before the braking zone. He's not looking to hit the back of the Red Bull there. But Denis does manage to get past Speed well before turn 1. Brakes a bit late for turn 1 though, and this could give Speed an opportunity on the exit, but not quite. Denis stays ahead on the exit of turn 2. Godzilla is right behind as well. He's caught up. He's in the party for this final podium position. Speed looking to the inside of Delarogier, but is a bit more sensible than to go for that move. Cialda's back in the session, but a bit too late. Unfortunately, he's down in 17th, and he's going to need a miracle here to get back into it because there's no safety cars this race. So all to play for everyone else, but yeah, that's going to be, I think, a race ender for Cialda. That's such a shame for him. But here comes Speed with the DRS down the inside of Ascari. He's made the move, brakes late, gets the move done. Fantastic racing from the South African. But Denis is going to have DRS down towards turn 1, and Speed, has he made that move too early? Denis with the slipstream, but he's not going to overtake here because he knows he's going to get DRS down towards the first corner. Godzilla's going to get it as well. Speed could be really vulnerable here on this long straight. It's going to be double slipstream for Godzilla as well. DRS open, Short Marcus getting past Martin in the meantime for the lead of the race. We've got to cut back to these 3 because Speed has indeed lost 2 places in one straight, and Godzilla looking to make a double overtake. He does it. Amazing move from the Mercedes driver. He's up to 3rd place. Denis just has to slot in behind. He does have the slipstream through Curva Grande, and look at the time he's gaining. He switches to the outside. It's going to be the inside for the Delarogier, but he backs out well before the corner. Sensible from Denis there, and Speed just looking to stay with them. I think he did make that move too early, and he was a sitting duck all the way down that straight. But Godzilla, what a race he's having at the moment in that Mercedes. He's on those medium tyres, obviously Speed on the hard, so he's going to be on the better tyres later on, but there's not much difference between mediums and hards on this track. Luke's has retired, he's crashed at Delarogier. He's out of this one. Remember, no safety cars this race, so it doesn't matter where anyone crashes, it will not come out at any point. So Luke's out of this one. A bit of a lag spike for Speed Alcoholic there as Martin gets past Short Marcus through Parabolica. That's a very unconventional place to make an overtake, and Martin has the DRS as well, so Marcus is going to have to stay behind him for now. But these 3 again down towards turn 1, but Speed has lost a lot of time, and he's under pressure from Lucci. But Denis down the inside of Godzilla. He's back into P3 again as they file through turns 1 and 2. Godzilla is now going to have the slipstream roll reversal through Curva Grande. Just going to have a quick drink. Don't have time to have a quick drink. Down the inside, around the outside goes Godzilla. It's going to be the inside for Delarogier, and he makes the move. Back up to P3, but he's gone very deep, and Denis does the switchback on the inside for Lesmo 1, and he's back up to P3 again. These 2 swapping positions, but it's brought Speed back into the fight. He's right behind them once again. And we could have a 4-car battle for P3 at this rate because Lucci is catching them very quickly as well. BC has got a time penalty for... Oh yeah, that's the 10 seconds he got earlier. Godzilla back ahead of Denis into Ascari in the meantime. He's up to P3 again. Bit of a lag spike for Speed. Eisenborg has lost the rear at Lesmo 2. He's out of the race as well. He's our 3rd casualty of the Italian Grand Prix. Denis Stays behind once more, but now it's again role reversal. Godzill's now the one who's vulnerable at the front. Short Marcus getting past Martin in the meantime. He's staying with him. He's doing really well in that Alpine, and he's back into the lead as a result. But here comes Denis Ivanov on Godzill down the inside, and here comes Speed Alcoholic as well. He's going to look to the inside. Does he break late enough to make the move? Oh, it's so close between them. I couldn't tell if there was contact, but Godzilla just about stays ahead. Lucci is just a spectator at the moment, just watching to see if anything goes wrong. But it's all good for now. Speed Alcoholic backs out well before the corner, but Godzilla doesn't. He goes down the inside for De La Roche. Dennis breaks very late, and Speed has a go, and then it's switched back as a result. Dennis loses the rear. Speed reacts just in time. Brilliant reaction time from the Ferrari driver. And again, a loss of the rear for Denis Ivanov. Lucci has a look on the inside, but can't make the move. That would be far too risky at this stage. But this is all helping Godzilla, but he's still not able to get out of that DRS range of the Aston Martin, who looks to the inside. That's a little bit of a sniff there into Ascari, but I don't think that move was ever on. Still going on those soft tyres. How long will they last is the question. No track limits penalties whatsoever. Remember, that 10-second penalty for BC will almost certainly get removed later on, so very impressive from Div 1 here. There's an Alfa Romeo round, I think that's RS at Ascari. That's a shame for him. Martin back into the lead of the race, but we got Denis Ivanov into the pits. He dives in on those soft tyres. What's it going to be for him? Is it going to be hards to the end? BC does the same. Are they going to be on the same strategy? That's the question. Godzilla keeps P3 as a result. It's mediums for Denis Ivanov. He's going to the end. BC goes for hards to the end in the meantime. But that's going to be a tall order for Denis to get those mediums 16 laps. It's definitely possible, but is it better than going on the hards? I'm not sure. I can't really answer that question from the commentary box. But it's very difficult to say. Even as a racer. But Speed Alcoholic still in DRS range of the Mercedes. Godzilla doing really well right now. He's got Devon Butler's helmet. I do question that choice of helmet, I'm not going to lie. But it's a cool helmet for sure, but you know, it's Devon Butler, come on. Don't associate yourself with him. But Speed Alcoholic in the DRS range, looking to punish the Mercedes for using that horrible helmet. Here comes Short Marcus. He's got the DRS again on the Red Bull. They're going to swap positions once again. Short Marcus retakes the lead of the Grand Prix down towards turn 1. These two swapping positions over and over again. Talking of swapping positions, Speed around the outside of the Mercedes. Nothing Godzilla can do about that. Just too much straight line speed with DRS for the Ferrari. And like Scott says, Spaled in P6. He's doing a fantastic job out there in the Haas. Jack Alacco in the top 10 as well, although Dennis and BC have both pitted, remember, as well as RS. Godzilla, a little bit of a lock-up there into De La Roche's Speed onto the gravel on the exit, but they both just about get away with it. Lucci has lost a lot of time to the two of them. You can tell that the only reason Lucci was with them to begin with was because they were battling so hard, but now they've got cleaner air. Lucci falling away very quickly, but Godzilla isn't falling away. Down the inside he goes. And it's done before Ascari even. That's a huge amount of overspeed that Godzilla had there. What's his ERS like? Oh, a bit of a twitch on the exit. It's about 30% on that Mercedes. Speed has got about 50%, so they're both very, very close on ERS, but Speed has that advantage for now. Through Parabolica they go. We're about halfway through this race. Speed, a huge moment on the exit of Parabolica, trying to get the power down, but keeps it together. Maybe the lag made that look worse, but it looked like a massive moment there for the South African. He's got the DRS, but he's not close enough. He has a little sniff, but no dive bomb from Speed at this point. That would be very, very silly. If he did make that move. BC up to P13 because Trugster, I think, has had a spin at Parabolica. And Victor and DTS Ayrton swapping positions at turn 1. That looked like a good overtake from the Haas. Had just about caught the end of it. And the Greek driver up to P8. Victor down to 9th after his mistake earlier on in hitting BC at turn 1. His race has turned a little bit sour. Jack Alaco's behind them as well, but TF Martin back ahead of Marcus into first place, down towards Ascari. And I do wonder when those medium tyres are going to start to fall away for Marcus and Godzilla. Certainly no time soon. They're still going strong for now, but at some point, those hards are going to cross over to be the better tyre. Victor up to P8 before Ascari. Easily done that move. And no problems between the two. Saturn down to P9. Jack Alaco just spectating at the moment, watching to see if anything goes wrong, staying with them with the DRS. Godzilla into the pits. He's said enough is enough for those medium tyres. It's going to be hards to the end for him. I wonder if anyone's going to do the medium soft strategy as well. And that might be what Short Marcus is trying, because he's staying out on those mediums for another lap, as is Jack Alaco in the Alpine. Godzilla down well behind Denis Ivanov here. Look how much time that undercut has gained. Godzilla is even behind BC. Look at this. Absolutely massive undercut. 3-lap undercut, and Denis Ivanov has gained 5 seconds on Godzilla. Huge advantage for the Aston Martin driver, and BC finds himself ahead of the Mercedes as well on those hard tyres. Godzilla on 3-lap fresher tyres, but I don't think that's going to matter very much, to be honest. So BC in a great position here from the back of the grid. It started 19th here, as Jack Alaco getting past DTS Ayrton further back, and he could get past Victor as well. He does indeed, well before Ascari. Jacko up to 7th place in the Alpine on lap 14 of 27, just about halfway through. Marcus looking for a move on Martin as well, looks to the outside. Godzilla gets the first track limits penalty. It's 3 seconds for him. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. Is it starting to rain? That's the question as well. Marcus gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Scott's left the session. I'm not sure what's happened there. How did Marcus get a penalty for that? I do not know. Jack Alaco sets the fastest lap. What on earth is going on? How has Jacko set the fastest lap? All credit to him, but I'm not sure how that's happened. And there's ghosted cars everywhere. Oh no, I don't know if Scott leaving has broken the lobby. It might well have done, actually. I'm not sure. It looks like it's starting to rain though, so I think that's why Marcus has stayed out. Godzilla and BC and Denis Ivanov have all made decisions to go for that 2-stop. Maybe they didn't know the rain was coming. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they think stopping again will be faster. But either way, whatever the situation, they are down now. Jack Alaco up to P5. Look, okay. All credit to Jacko. Great driver. But I think something's wrong with the lobby because he should not be as fast as he is compared to everyone else right now. He is gaining a massive amount of time. Everyone's ghosting through each other. I think something's broken. I hate to say that the reason I feel like something's broken is because Jacko is too fast, but I'm sure he'll agree with me when he sees on the stream that he's gained like 3 seconds to Lucci in 1 lap. Yeah, something's wrong here. I don't know what's gone wrong, but something's gone wrong. Everyone's ghosting through each other as well. Oh no. I was loving it as well. Frank. Denis Ivanov passed DTS Ayrton for P10. The rain is starting to come down. I don't know what to say at this point, to be honest, because obviously something's wrong with the lobby. So I'm not really sure how to commentate this. Marcus still staying out, waiting for the rain, but it's costing him. He's over a second behind Martin now. Jack Alaco past Lucci. I love Jacko, but yeah, something's wrong here. I think maybe the lobby hosting got given to Jacko once Scott left, and I think as a result he is about 2 seconds faster than everyone else. There's some serious desync going on here. Jackalacco is going to be up to P3. Speed down to 4th. I don't know what's happening, guys. I don't know what's going on, everyone. I really don't. I mean, Jacko's absolutely killing it. Marcus is 2 seconds behind Martin now. The main Wayne gets past Speldwong for 7th place. Dennis gets past Victor for 9th place as well in the meantime. Aston Martin trying to fight his way back up. It does look like everyone's going really slowly as well, I will say. I know the rain's coming down, but... Oh yeah, look at the throttle. Yeah. When he was changing gears, that throttle was not right. Oh yeah, look at the brakes. Yeah. Yeah, look at the throttle go back when he changes gears. Is the same happening for everyone else? Yes, it is, yeah. And I think the only one it's not happening for is Jacko. Yeah. Whoa! Short Marcus very slow. Apparently he's in the pits. Yeah, something's terribly wrong here. Scott, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Because something's wrong. I don't know what to do. I blame Vardy. Yeah, so do I, actually. It's all Vardy's fault. I think all this happened immediately after Scott left the lobby. So, yeah, obviously a host leaving the lobby immediately breaks it, by the looks of it, which is a shame. I was really enjoying that race as well. That's such a shame. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, what do I do, Scott? I leave it in your capable hands on what to do here. But yeah, clearly something is very broken. Martin's apparently in the pits, even though he's at the Scurry. Oh, that's so gutting, because what an amazing race this was set to be. We did get an amazing race for 14 laps or so, but yeah, race is done. Okay, no worries. Well, all the timings are on the stream from, I think, well, that's a real shame. That's a really difficult call, but I'll leave it in your capable hands, because, yeah, maybe you can call it from before the first pit stops came in or something. But yeah, that's a shame. So sorry about that, everyone. But you know, is what it is. Really enjoyed the qualifying and the race. That was fantastic. Yeah, a shame that it's ended prematurely, just when the rain was about to come as well. But is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, even though the gaps are broken and everything. So, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what the drivers are seeing. That's the other thing. Because on their screens it might be fine, but I'm not sure. So yeah, sorry, Scott, that you got to sort out that mess, but you know, is what it is. That is league racing. Sometimes the game deals us these bad cards, but I very much enjoyed what we did have of this race. I hope you all did as well in the chat. And have a lovely weekend. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It supports me and supports ESRL as well. But I think you have seen from qualifying and the race today, or what we had of the race today, just how great ESRL can be. So if you're not in ESRL, where are you? Come on, get in here. And I will see you all next week for more racing, hopefully. And have a lovely weekend, and goodbye.